So in this, we still have to figure out how to measure what is the individual. We want to check if this is really async. All right. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a challenge here, which is to say, is it that? How do we know that this is truly async? Okay. So we've known that it takes some time here. Let's see if we can measure the time for each of the fetches. Okay. For each fetches, let's see how long it actually took instead of the overall time itself. So for that, we need a dictionary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a dictionary called start times equals a dictionary object, just like so. Right? So now we can copy the start times and set that up against the URL and say and set the default timer, which will give us the correct time. Okay, we'll set the starting times for each into that URL of that dictionary. Okay, and when this is read, let's do what we did here, which is time taken. The same principle should work here, which is take the default timer and give me minus the start times, I would say, of the URL. Right? So what is the start time for that particular URL? Removed from the current time, and that will give you time taken. And then again print time taken here, which is what was the time that was taken. We'll remove that. We'll adjust the printing here. Printing time taken for the URL. Okay, plus URL is that much. Okay, and now let's run it and let's see what happens here. Just going to clear it and then do async fetch. Oops. Times of um, oh, sorry, it's a dictionary object. I shouldn't be doing that. I have to have square bracket. It should be good to go. Okay, there's clearly something. I get a sense that there's something wrong here, which is my problem here. If you see, is 4 plus 2 seconds is about 8 seconds, and another 1 second between them is 9. So it's almost cutting close. 10 seconds too long. It's almost like an addition. It's a linear thing. So there's something which is not async here. Let's just check. There's nothing here that needs to worry about. This is async ensure feature. Fetch is again. Wait, yeah, that's async again. Nothing here. Wait a minute. Here we go. So if we see, we are waiting for this whole gathering of tasks, but then again and again we are waiting here. I think we should be outside of this. Sorry about that. So what it was, guys, was I was placing this inside the URL. That need not be there. The tasks have already been gathered outside of the loop, this for loop, and then I have to wait. Okay, and let's see if this changes the results. I'm glad I did that mistake, by the way. Bingo. If you see this, it's a spectacular result. You see the difference between that one and this one, right? Here, because the reddit.com took 3.5 seconds and the overall time taken is also 3.5 and slightly more than that. Let's run this again. Let's see that if that theory again 3.5, 3.5. Okay, let's just inadvertently we've created a linear way of doing this. So let's just see if we can compare it. Okay, see when you do it linearly, even though this whole code is supposed to be async, but with that one mistake we make it linear. See what happens. It takes 6.9 seconds. Let's run the linear again. I think it keeps getting worse as we add more stuff. In a linear mode, everything adds up like 6 seconds. But now let's just remove that and make it async by undoing that mistake. And my theory should be that whatever took the highest amount of time, there you go, 3.1, 3.1. That's it. That's it. Run it again. Great. So the same thing, 3.1, more or less the same, right? So this is how you do use you know, the ASIC IO and in combination with the AI or HTTP library to get a sync request. We use that a lot in Proxies API. If you really want to scale web scrapers and if you're super interested in them, let me pitch one of the other services which are absolutely essential, which is you will need to pass these URLs that you have here through some sort of rotating proxy service. And I have one, and it's called Proxies API. And what you can do is just pass it to our endpoint instead of directly calling reddit.com. Reddit will block you eventually. You will get your IP blocked. So what you do is pass Reddit to us, use our API key, and we'll pass you through to more than 2 million residential private secure proxies. We automatically rotate, multiply, you do multiple requests till we get your results. We automatically rotate browser identities so that you don't get stuck on one, apart from just the proxy IPs. We automatically solve captchas for you, and we also render JavaScript and AJAScript if if you need it. So there's a lot more other complex operations that you can do, all from one single API endpoint. That's all you need to do. 1,000 API calls are free every month, even without a credit card. You can go try it and sign up and try it for yourself. If not, I hope you enjoyed this code as much I enjoyed as I enjoyed teaching it. It was great fun. Thank you guys. Thanks for listening.